Well, I think the trend is unmistakable. The last piece of research I saw on cloud telephony, which was 10 days ago, which was 65% of all new telephony installations in the U.S. were cloud. So I think that we all went through the, oh my God, how can we have that and not have it on site? You know, I want to go down, and if I'm spending $3 million on a switch, I want to be able to go down and pet it occasionally. To the, oh my God, what about security? But I think we're getting to the point now where we're cognizant of the fact that we can get better capabilities, we can get them faster, we can get them on a pay for what you eat model that allows you to pick and choose the functionality and do it from a financial perspective in a way that tends to delight CFOs everywhere. So I think that it's in 5 years it'll be the exception, I suspect, not to be cloud.
Over the last 12 months, or maybe even closer, maybe the last 6 months, there's been a bit of a tipping point, and organizations have grown intolerant and impatient of having to invest very heavily in infrastructure, especially organizations who have peaks and troughs in their business models, so organizations that have increased sales at Christmas or renewal time or summertime traffic. They're very reticent to invest and carry infrastructure costs throughout the whole year just to, I suppose, support the peaks and troughs. So something that the tipping point is quite acute, and something that we've seen is that the organizations are really demanding from their providers something that is scalable and flexible, almost to use an old bandwidth term, burstable, to meet the requirements of their business at the key points within their business cycle. And I think that's probably, one of the things that we looked for when we were looking to launch a cloud-based service, telephony and contact center service, was that ability to be flexible and meet the customer's business cycle rather than just foist infrastructure costs on them.
About 100 years ago, a very large percentage of companies with their own production facilities, their own factories, generated their own electricity, and that was the norm because there was no grid and it was cheaper for them to do that. Now, if we said today, you're going to open up a new factory somewhere here in Ireland, and by the way, you're going to need to generate your own electricity, people would just laugh you out of town because why would you do that? The utility service is there. And in the same way, commodity applications, that's not my term, it's a term given to me by one of my financial services customers, like unified communications and contact center. He wants to see those all in the cloud in the next 12 months. And I could have rushed over and hugged the guy because it's news to my ears. But the reality is, actually...
Sorry, what was his logic for that?
His logic for that is that his people should be focused on things that have value for their core business, which is providing great financial products and services to their customers, and not turning the handle on what's actually a business-as-usual technology, which he should be managing through a service level, not through a team of 40 people that he's trying to ensure can deliver a technology platform 24/7, 365. And the reality is, in the day of the data center and the cloud data center, it is easier to do that from a managed service perspective than it is to do on site. Customers simply can't afford the levels of resilience that people like BT build for their multi-tenant platforms, and therefore customers can, if they pick the right cloud, and that's the key game here, it's about making the right partner choice and the right platform choice, that they can really succeed in that respect.
Thank you.
Amazon have, I think, the best attitude to customer experience. Their mantra is the best service is no service. And if you can avoid a customer having to seek service from you, that in itself is a good customer experience. So I don't fully equate customer experience with customer service. However, it is incredibly easy to be a customer of Amazon, and I've been a customer for about 15 years, and I've contacted them once. So, that's a good customer relationship and an excellent customer experience. And if I could be like Amazon, I would be really thrilled not to have 7,000 advisors giving customer service, but having 10 million customers who don't have any need to contact me for customer service. And then I could focus on the use and enjoy and buy part of the customer experience and less on the service part. But we are where we are. And I'm responsible for customer experience insight in BT's residential business in the UK. And we totally agree that making it easy for customers is the most important thing you can do, to the point that we've investigated the link between ease and customer loyalty, and we've discovered that actually making it easy is the number one driver of customer loyalty for our customer base. And so we have focused our entire customer experience effort on making it easy, and we've invented our own measure, which is called Net Easy, which is just literally, we ask customers, was it easy, was it difficult to get what you needed from us today? We subtract the difficult from the easy, and we get this net number, just like Net Promoter Score approach. And that is the kind of North Star, the Pole Star that we use to guide our business and to drive all of our customer experience transformation from.
So I suppose in an ideal world, we wouldn't need to contact any companies about any kind of break in their service, and everything would work perfectly. In that sort of situation, that's not real. We all have to sometimes phone or contact via whatever medium. And when we do that, we want to get kind of that interaction. I think Jan Carlson called it a moment of truth. We want to make sure that moment of truth is great. And you want to go away as quickly as possible, back using that service, whatever it was. I kind of have to remind people, kind of contact center managers, that people don't want to contact you. They have to contact you. And when you do that, that's fine. So what Foxpro does is that we love that. We love that interaction. That's our business. And what I found working for other companies, and what I'm kind of talking to people about our clients in Foxpro, is that lifetime value of a client can be enhanced when they contact you, if you do it well. So it's understanding the kind of the culture of our clients, and understanding, okay, so talk about customer experience. What in that journey has gone wrong that you need to contact us? Or what can we do to put you back on that journey again? And we do that through, I suppose, wonderful insights into the clients that we work with. We use a lot of different technologies. We understand the channels very, very well. We're not all about social. We're not all about phone. We're not all about email. We're not all about web chat. We're about all them things. And understanding, I suppose, and thinking like a customer. I think that's the most important thing. Understanding what the customer wants and thinking like a customer. Stop thinking like a contact center.
So I think that it really depends on the outsourcer to what degree they're able to do it, and to what degree, frankly, they're able to engage the client. Back when I was running the outsource firms, some of our clients were very good about providing us with collateral, providing us with gifts, branding, spending time with the agents, and others weren't. And so you can lead a client to water, but you can't make him help you, I think, is really the way that worked. But in any case, even developing your own soft skill training is going to benefit and help you connect with the clients. And I'd strongly suggest that should always be an aspect of any new client onboarding, is not just the product knowledge that the clients often want to share, but also trying to align soft skills training to what is really going to help us make that emotional connection with the customer and help us really delight the customer and improve their customer experience and their satisfaction with the interaction.
In the outsourcing business where I work, it's understanding the client's business. To give you an example, I think, Dorothy, you're in our offices in Cork. If you come into our offices in Cork, you would imagine you're in an Airbnb office. The way we've set up for one client, it happens to be Airbnb. It looks like that, it feels like that. I was actually walking around with another client on Friday, and we had a dog walking around the office, which is an Airbnb thing, which was new to me. I hadn't seen the dog before. So going back to that other question earlier about the agents as well, you're thinking like they work for Airbnb. Also, they have the values of Foxpro, but it's getting them instilled into that. And that kind of that particular type of client or customer, their customers, they're on their holidays. They're visiting a city, or maybe they're in business. The last thing they want is some sort of hassle. So you have to be on top of exactly what you can do to make their journey as smooth as possible with that little bump they've had on the road. So it is about ease, trying to think about, if I was that client or that customer, what would make it easy for me? And that goes into technology, everything you can do to improve that and shorten that. We use hard terms like AHT and ACA and all these sort of terms, but really what they mean is what we're trying to do is make it easier, make it better, and thinking like that.
And the primary thing that we're about is empowering organizations to do the things that today they find difficult or expensive or complicated. And that's about no longer forcing customers to be their own integrators. Colin was talking about you've got your IVR, your VRU, and you've got your ACD, and you've got this and that, and you integrate them all together, and suddenly you spent €150,000 with a bunch of consultants, and you're not sure whether it really did what you needed it to do because your business has moved on. Now, in the cloud, that's all gone, because in the cloud, it's all pre-integrated. And in the cloud, you can proof of concept. So you can try this stuff without any risk. And if it works out and you can show a real ROI, not just one you worked up in Excel with a kind of pray and pay approach to future investment, then you can expand and commit if you want to, or not. And as your business adapts and changes, and as you need to flex up and flex down, you've got that flexibility.